Hello everybody, welcome to another review, and this is the last album review of 2025. Holy shit, we are literally approaching Christmas in less than 2 weeks, and I'm excited. I've got big projects coming, and yeah, it's going to be generally a really good Christmas. So we can look back shortly as we approach the final album I'm going to talk about this year, the 311th album to review, Volumes, new record Mirror Touch. Volumes is a metalcore band that plays with a lot of djent, and they're a band that has been leaning more into a poppy djent fusion, which I will be honest was not very enjoyable on their 2021 album Happier. I've honestly enjoyed the band with record like No Sleep, which I think is definitely a highlight in their career, but Mirror Touch kind of wants to fix the poppy djent fusion and make it something that works better than what the last album did. So 4 years later we got the brand new one, and I wasn't the biggest fan as I expected to be. The two singles I listened to, S.O.A.P and Bad Habit, I couldn't get into them. I just felt that they just had this over tacky pop djents feel that just kind of reminded me of a lot of metalcore bands that gone softer, and I know that the pop djent fusion is something that they want to stylize. That's fine, I just didn't really see much appeal going into songs like that. I feel like probably the best material get is the first few tracks, Sidewinder and Bottom Dollar, but even Bottom Dollar kind of has this annoying, it sounds like a trumpet or trombone just kind of playing in the background. It's like a little weird fud synth that just doesn't really fit in my opinion. But Sidewinder generally is an example of them just ditching the pop and kind of going for a more djent all-out experience, and I feel like the djent pop does have some good qualities to it here. Not the best examples, but I feel like with some tracks like Stitch, Adrenaline, they do get some good elements out. It's weird that you kind of get the really heavy stuff right at the start, then you just get softer, 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 and then kind of leaning back a bit more into the heavier. It's a weird mix, but I guess it works because it kind of, they're teasing you with the kind of sound that a lot of people want to hear, then slowly easing in this new different direction. And you know, fair play to them. I don't think this album really has too much that brings me in, but thankfully the singles I didn't really enjoy have grown on me a bit, not much, and I still think they're the weakest stuff on the record, for sure. Volumes album here is very interesting. I was not expecting this to be very fun, knowing the track record of the previous pop djent record, but I feel like they actually kind of managed to crawl something a little bit better here. Mirror Touch has got some interesting ideas, and it does have elements that makes me intrigued, but as a whole I'm not really feeling this one either. It's kind of just sort of a mix in my opinion, a very mixed bag of ideas. Black Sheep War was also a good feature though, and I do think that's one of the better tracks suffer on. Don't know if the band's going to take a hiatus after this. I just kept hearing a few things about it, but I doubt that. I'm going to wrap this up because the gardener is coming and he is mowing like crazy outside even though it's December, so I'm going to be giving this one a 2.5 out of 5. I don't really enjoy this one too much, but it's not bad either. Hope you'll enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and we got big videos coming. Stay tuned for that.